So next up, David says, how do singing lessons make you a good singer? Well, they don't, David.
We get these questions so frequently.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't necessarily. You make yourself a good singer. A coach but a good coach can help basically guide you in the right direction. But in the way of like, how do we develop the voice, I think, which is kind of another way of saying that, there are a handful of things that need to be in place in order for you to take advantage of your instrument in the easiest way. To get the fullest sound with the least amount of effort and everything else. But these pieces have to work together. And I think that's what a lot of people kind of take for granted. It's like, oh, what's the one thing I have to do to sing high notes? It's like, everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, in the beginning, it's like, okay, well, if I learn how to breathe, then I'll have it. It's like, yeah, that's a piece of the puzzle, but we need that, and we need like the optimal shaping, and we need, the vocal cords to react to that airflow in the proper way, and all of these other things. And long story short, it's like you have like a dozen different things that have to work together. So having someone who has a very tuned ear and who knows how to guide you in the right directions, that's really what voice lessons are. What I would argue voice lessons are, right? It's somebody who can help you, who knows what those things are that need to be worked into place, and that can help nudge you in that direction and help you build these coordinations together. It's a factor of building habit over time, replacing old habit with newer, more preferable habit. And hopefully that makes sense.
I'm going to add on to that.
Yeah,
there are a couple analogies that we use. One is that we're your GPS, not your Uber. You're the one doing the driving, but we're the one telling you where to go. So it's a lot easier when you have someone who knows the area and can tell you where you are and where you need to go and how to get there in the most efficient way.
That sounds so much better than what I just said.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Pretty sure I came up with it, but that's okay.
So it's a lot easier to have that, someone, again, who knows the area and can tell you where to go, than you just kind of saying, hey, I'm going to go to Houston and not know a dang thing about it. That is one part of the analogy. But the second analogy is that we're a little like, a little almost like doctors in that we diagnose. So we hear certain things and we know, and we say, oh, okay, we hear this, that means they have this thing, therefore we need to fix it using this, and we teach you how to get that appropriate coordination, that more efficient coordination, hopefully in a very short amount of time, or do an exercise or something that can help you get that. So, but yeah, I hope that helps. It really, singing lessons are helpful.
Less of an Uber, more of a GPS.
Yes.
Boom. Like it.